Hey guys, it's Julia and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a long time, I believe almost 5 weeks, um, which is really bad and I'm really sorry for that, but I kind of have to tell some stories about that. But first of all, I just want to explain the build real quick. So this is like a house for my upcoming Let's Play, which I actually wanted to start like 3 weeks ago, but yeah, I will get to that in a second. It's for like a grandma, and it's kind of a mixture between modern things and more traditional things. Because I decided that, like in a storyline, her partner is dead, and so her daughter decided to kind of renovate the house with her, and so that's why it's kind of a little bit modern and still a little bit traditional. And yeah, I really like the way it turned out. But yeah, just I did the build like also 5 weeks ago. It was actually my next video that I wanted to do, but then things happened and I just couldn't get myself to sit in front of the computer and do a voiceover. Like it was just kind of bad. So I don't want to be pitied or anything. Like things like that happen and you need to deal with it. Like that's just how we are supposed to function. And if you don't deal with it very well, as I did, you just need to take a step back and yeah, take some time for yourself. So I would just really quickly, really quickly, the video is going to be about it. So first of all, like uni started, I've been talking about this, I think, in like my last 10 videos or something like that, and it was stressful. Like seriously, I was so tired all the time. I couldn't deal with it. Like on Tuesdays, I have from 8 till 7, like 11 hours, and it took me 2 weeks to be able to stay at uni for the whole 11 hours. Like I would go home earlier because I just couldn't. Like I was falling asleep, and yeah, it was really exhausting for me to kind of get back in track and to get up early and things like that. So that's why I was like, well, you know what? I would just not upload for 1 or 2 weeks. It will be fine. I will be back. And I was fine with that. Like, it wasn't ideal, I know, but it was fine. Like, I wasn't going to cry or anything about it. It was all right. So then I decided, you know what? I'm really stressed. Maybe I should do a YouTube video and try it out if it helps me. So I wanted to do one, and I went to my computer and my editing program crashed completely. So that was kind of an issue for over a week, and it was just not working anymore and I couldn't fix it. So it took me quite a while. And then I just completely forgot about it because really sad things happened. Like the last 5 weeks were basically horrible to say it like that. Um, like last week, my beloved grandma died, and it was hard. Like she was the first person that actually died in my family. I don't know. It was sad. I'm sorry. It's just I knew we were expecting it. She had really bad cancer for 2 years now, and my parents were there the weekend before. Like my grandparents live far away. We have to drive there like almost 5 hours, and they were there and they came back and they were like, she looks really bad. And yeah, so it was kind of best for her, I believe, but it's still sad. She also was old, but it's still a human that leaves. So yeah, and also like the weekend before when my parents drove there, they also had to visit my other grandpa that is in hospital right now because they said he had CHD. No, uh I don't know. It's basically Kreuzfeld-Jakob. Um it basically kills you within 3 months. So that was fun. Like they called us and they were like, yeah, he has it, and we were like, how? Like where does it come from? Like he went to the hospital because he was like a little bit confused, I think I would say. And it wasn't like a big of a deal. And 3 days later, he wasn't able to walk or to eat by himself. And it's just a whole thing. And then my parents were there the weekend, and the staff was like, "Why are you all crying?" And she was like, "Well, he's dying." And the staff didn't know of anything. They were like, "He doesn't have that. Like, this is not even like a question. He does not have it." And we were shocked. Like, the doctor basically lied to us. So I don't know. And the next diagnosis she gave to us was also, it was weird. Like, she said she saw something in his blood, and that's why he has it. And I Googled it, and my parents Googled it. And this is just kind of a sickness or an illness. You cannot see it in blood. Like, you can only say someone has it after they died. So this doctor is kind of just lying to us. Well, not kind of, she is lying to us. I mean, it's kind of an issue. Maybe my grandma didn't understand right, but my aunt said the same things. So it's kind of weird. So we had to bring him to a different hospital because it was just, I don't know, it's weird. It's like it's really bad right now. Like, my grandma died, and we also have to deal with all of this. And also my birthday was last week, and I mean, I had fun. It was great. It was like 2 days before my mom and my grandma died. Sorry, my mom did not die. That would, oh no. Okay. Yeah, it was my birthday, and I had a great time. Like, my boyfriend was here, and he made a cake. And this cake, let me tell you guys, it is amazing. It was amazing. It didn't last that long because it was great. Like, seriously, he should start a bakery. But anyways, and we went to get some food, and it was fun. Like, I mean, as fun as it could get after realizing that my grandma would die soon and my granddad as well. Like, it's just really, I don't want to sound too sad or anything. I mean, it is sad, and I cried a lot. Like, I'm not feeling great right now, but I think maybe YouTube could help me, and I just need to start doing things again. Like, I didn't go to uni on Wednesday, Thursday, on Friday. Like, on Wednesday my grandma died, and I didn't go to uni like the next 2 days, and I went home early. I just need to get things done. Like, I need to get the things that we learned and just kind of study, but I just couldn't focus. It was, I don't know, it's just weird. I believe if some of you has already lost someone in the family, you probably know what I'm feeling right now. Like, you want to do things because you also know the person wouldn't want you to, like, completely break down and be like, I can't do anything anymore. But as much as you would like to, like, it's hard. It really is. I don't know. This is so sad. Like, I don't want to do a sad voiceover. It's also, like, I'm doing a grandma's house, which is also, I mean, I did not build it, especially for my grandma, but I felt like it would be nice to do a grandma house and talk about my grandma a little bit, because she was a great woman. Like, I loved her. I loved her lots. She basically, I mean, they live far away, as I already said, but they would come, like, I believe 4 to 5 times a year when they were a little bit younger, and when I was younger, obviously. And they took me anywhere. Like, it was just, they took me everywhere, sorry. So we would go shopping and things like that, and we would go grab some food. They went on vacation with us. Like, we had a good connection to them. It was nice. And the last few months were just really hard because I just did not like calling her because she was only crying, and like my granddad was really stressed. It was hard. It was really it. I don't know. I don't feel bad for not calling her that much, because in the end she didn't actually realize it, because I mean, she was not doing great. She was really, really ill. As I already said, she had cancer, and the doctors already said like 2 years ago that this was not going to end well, and she would die because of it, which is, I don't know, it can happen. It's just not nice. Like, I would have preferred her to just fall asleep, I guess, and not wake up again. Like, who wants to die like that? Nobody. That's just, yeah. But as I already said, like, I loved my grandma, and it is also so weird. Like, we live so far away, and nothing changed basically. Like a human died and nothing changed. It's just life goes on, and it just doesn't stop. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. I can't really talk about it. It's just, if people ask me about it, I'm just like, yeah, she has cancer, or she had cancer, and it was this and this, and like I don't know. It's just, I don't cry that much because of it, because it feels surreal. Like, my dad was always also like, is this actually real? Like, it's just weird, because as I already said, like, we saw them like once a year the last few years when they got older, like on Christmas. And I feel like Christmas will be hard because we will go there, and it's just like my grandpa will come around the corner and my grandpa will not. So I guess this will like be the moment when it will all hit us, because like my granddad is like, no, my grandpa is like, it's not real. Like, he wakes up and he's like, where is she? And then, oh, she's dead. And it's just, I don't know, it's just such a weird situation. I'm not really sure how to deal with. And as I said, like, I didn't cry. I mean, like, I didn't cry in front of a lot of people. Like, when my parents called me, I was like crying on the phone. I was at uni, because I already knew it was something bad, because my parents never call me when I'm at uni. So yeah, that was fun. And I cried there, and I also cried that day in front of my best friend, and also in front of some friends of my boyfriend. I mean, someone died. It's alright. I'm also not. I'm actually never embarrassed of crying. Like, it's just something that happens. Don't be embarrassed because of your feelings and things like that. But anyways, like, I didn't cry in front of a lot of people. Like, I cried at night before I went to bed. Like, I cried every night. And yesterday it was actually the first time, and my birthday, because I was basically out all night, so I didn't cry there. But what was I going to say? Like, the last night, I went to bed, and I actually wanted to watch like a YouTube video, and then I was like, well, then I'll go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, take out my contacts, things like that. And I just fell asleep. And I don't know, it was weird, because usually when that happens, I wake up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. because I can't stand going to bed without brushing my teeth. Like, I just wake up. It's just what happens. And it didn't this time. Like, I woke up at 9, I believe, and then I slept for another hour. So yeah, it's just like, it shows me that I'm not doing that great right now, but it will be fine. Like, seriously, it will be fine. It has to. Like, I don't really have an other option. So I don't want you to worry about it. I just want to explain why I wasn't as active, or I wasn't active at all the last 5 weeks, because it was just, things were happening, and I wanted to kind of tell you guys why I wasn't as active and what was going on. So yeah, basically that is. I'm not really sure what I should talk about right now. It's kind of sad. Like, my grandma was with me for 20 years. Like, I turned 20, and I never lost any of my family members, and for 20 years, which is like a blessing. Like, I know a lot of people that have lost their grandparents when they were like 14 or 13, and I'm 20 and I haven't lost any until now. I mean, my boyfriend is also 19 and hasn't lost any, but it's still, I feel like it's rare, and it's kind of a blessing. So I was really grateful for that on the other hand, but it is, I don't know, I would love to tell stories about her, but I just can't think of any. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. Like, the most of the stories I know about her are actually about my sister, because she was like a little bit crazy with her. I don't know. It was, for example, like, she picked her up once when she was really young. So my sister was really young, and she walked down the stairs and she fell, and she was like, I don't know. My mom was like, oh my God, and just looking for my sister, obviously, because it was the fault of my grandma, and she was like, I feel like 70 maybe. So she was sitting there like, I'm also hurt. And my mom was just like, I don't care, and was picking up my sister and left. And was just, I don't know, maybe it sounds mean, but it was funny. Like, even my grandma laughed. And those are just the stories that we told when we were talking about her after she died. Like, stories like that, like when she did some crazy things, and most of the time she fell with my sister, to be exact. I don't know. She was doing great until she got cancer. Like, she didn't have to take any medication, any pills or anything. She just, I don't know, she was doing great for her age. Like, she could walk, she didn't have to use anything, she didn't need any help. And I mean, cancer is really bad. Like, I have so much cancer in my family, it's just not that much fun. But why do I keep saying like German words? I already said it like 3 times. I'm not sure why. Probably because I haven't talked in English for quite a long time. If you find them, tell me in the comments. I'm curious how many of you actually hear them. So yeah, I don't want this to end on like a sad note. Like, my grandma had a great life, and she was doing a lot of things. Like, she was a great human. She was a great woman, and I wanted to be remembered like that. And yeah, I will see you guys next time, and hopefully I will be able to talk about some more fun things. And yeah, I was just like, I wanted to talk about it so you guys know what I've been up to. And yeah, I will see you guys next time, and the screenshots are coming. And yeah, bye.